Guess who's back again.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Christian Life
Hey,
Podcast.
so remember when we did that podcast thing?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. I've been trying to kind of get this to happen, and then it's we'll do it on Saturday.
I've been
No,
busy.
We'll do it on Sunday. And it just never really happened because I had so much shit going on.
So
the
did
past
I.
2 weeks.
I got finals coming up. I got finals this week.
I got finals actually in like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks for you.
Yeah, fucking Turtles is already off school, and he gets back at like the same time as I do. So really, I get like 3 weeks more than him.
Oh, that sucks. He gets back like three weeks before I do.
Yeah, we get
especially
back.
because I'm going.
We always
I'm going to college.
Oh yeah, you're going to like.
In the fall, I'm going to college. It should be good.
I remember you used to talk about how cool it would be, like a year and a half ago, how cool you thought it would be if you went to like an entire like university of wooden railway people.
Did I used to say that?
You used to talk to me about
that would be pretty. I still think that'd be pretty legit. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but it'd be legit.
It's like working for the TCC. It makes you lose all will. And like kind of ruins Thomas for a while. I can't watch The Great Race now. Ever. I will never watch The Great Race ever again. And when I saw The Great Race first time, I didn't hate it. It was all right. And then I had to watch it so many goddamn times.
Because you had to do so many. You had to do so many bridge jumps.
Yeah, exactly, and all this shit. And it's like, well, now I hate it. It's not. I don't think Great Race is that bad of a movie. It's everything surrounding it that is miserable.
All right, I'll try to chew my Chipotle away from the microphone here because I'm taking big bites and then talking.
Yeah, not a good idea. All right, so oh shit.
Did you just ring a bell?
No, it's my messages thing. Go away.
Okay. Well, sorry, we've had like no episodes of Star Wars month this month, everybody. But
yeah, so Star Wars month.
We'll continue that in the next month, probably, at least a little bit.
We'll probably keep a couple more episodes going just to sort of even it out. And you know, this episode might be the length of 2 episodes. In fact, if you want to do that, we could do tweet time. If you want to split this episode up so we have material for 2 episodes.
Eh.
Okay, we'll do tweet time next time.
Eh.
But yeah, we're not doing tweet time this time because today we're talking about The Force Awakens, which is a pretty damn good movie.
It's pretty good. It's basically a repeat of A New Hope, but it's still pretty good.
There's certain elements that are done a lot better here than A New Hope, but we'll get to that.
Yep. Yeah. So. You said you had more notes than J.J. Abrams had on The Force Awakens, so where do you want to start?
I have, let's see, how many pages I watched Force Awakens almost over 2 weeks ago, because I thought we were going to do like an episode like right after the last episode, and that didn't happen. So I got 7.5 pages of notes here.
Holy fucking shit.
For
you care way too much about Force Awakens.
For a little reference, I believe Hero of the Rails is our longest episode, and that one I only had about 3 pages.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm cutting us off before we hit 2 hours.
Alright, so like I told you, this will be a 2-part episode.
Okay.
Alright, so let's, did you rewatch it?
I did rewatch it. I actually rewatched it in school because my teacher played it for our class, so...
Well, so you're fresh on it, because I hadn't, before I rewatched it for this Grease and Oil episode, I saw it in theaters twice.
I saw it in theaters once. Oh God, Lord have mercy.
You okay? I didn't know they had Chipotles in Nebrahoma.
I choked on a fucking piece of pico. Oh, I'm good.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I think there's a gardener. Wait, who the fuck is this person?
Oh, also, Vinny, I felt like right now when we're recording, I felt like it would be a good time to tell you that I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months in June and or 2 weeks in June and 1 week of July.
You feel like telling me this while we're recording?
Yeah, I felt like this would be a good time to tell you.
All right, so me and Turtles are gonna take over the podcast, and that's just not something that you can debate.
Okay,
so.
That's fine.
All right, cool. Anyhow, let's get right.
Just make sure that you can fucking hear what people are saying this time.
Okay, see, here's the thing with that, is that when I did my episode with Rob and Nick, we the only way at the time I did not have Skype on a Mac. Now I have Skype on a Mac and it'll be a lot easier. But at the time I didn't have Skype. I only had Skype on my mom's weird Windows laptop. And the only way that I can make it work is to record the audio and then hold the fucking Skype thing on my phone up to the microphone, which is why it was like... yeah, but that's...
Okay.
That's the entire episode.
I see.
But a pretty kick-ass thumbnail. That video has well over 1,000 views, which is an awful lot for grease and oil.
I see.
So let's go.
Okay. So the first there's an opening text crawl, right?
So I've got to say, for whatever reason, I think I know why, but I don't really. It's I really miss seeing the 20th Century Fox logo before Star Wars. It feels really. It's like if you watch an episode of The Simpsons and it doesn't end with the shh. God,
I haven't watched The Simpsons in like 2 years, probably.
Exactly. Well, I'm not talking about like new shit. I'm talking about like.
Oh right, okay.
Also, yeah, not fucking Lady Gaga on that. Shut up. Yeah.
The last episode of The Simpsons I think I watched was the Family Guy crossover.
Oh shit! I did see that. No, that was fun. I like that one.
I like the scene where Stewie ties up Sideshow Bob, and then he's like torturing him in the garage.
You mean Nelson?
Well, Nelson and Sideshow Bob.
You're a fat little piggy, aren't you? I bet you're hungry right now.
Sideshow Bob's one to talk. He's got a big belly, big pot belly.
Right.
Pot belly is also a good
fucking
restaurant.
Star Wars here.
Before we start going in chronological order, what's your favorite scene in the movie? Let's start with that. What's your favorite scene?
Absolute favorite scene in the film is...
And you're not allowed to say Han Solo dying.
Spoilers, Matt! I haven't seen the movie yet. God.
Right, of course.
You always ruin this for me.
This movie's 2 years old, by the way, so if you get mad at us for spoiling it, that's on you.
Yeah, almost 2 years. Oh my god, shut up.
Just rang the bell again. Ding.
It's fucking Matt. Other Enterprising is texting me. Shut up.
Wow,
man.
name dropping.
Enterprising, go away. Shut up. Okay. Oh my god, this goddamn Gardner. Okay, so I really miss the 20th Century Fox logo. Granted, it's not like they had like the Disney Castle thing opening and then the Lucasfilm, but there's still something like a bit off when it's only the Lucasfilm logo.
So you totally just ignored my question, is what you're saying right now?
Okay, sorry, hold on. My favorite scene is most likely either the flash forward, flash back when Rey touches Anakin's lightsaber, or the fight.
I'd like Rey to touch my lightsaber. Get it? It's a penis reference.
All right. Either that or the fight in the woods with the snow at the end.
And then she uses the Force, and Kylo Ren thinks the lightsaber's flying towards him, and then it flies past him, and Rey grabs it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sweet. My favorite scene in the movie is where General Hux is on the Starkiller base. He's giving that.
I hate Hux. Hux is awful.
He's giving that monologue. He's like, "This is the dawn of the First Order," and then they shoot the Starkiller base for the first time, and it fucking destroys 10 planets. And Kylo Ren's in the Star Destroyer, and he watches the beams split off into 5 beams in front of him. I just think that shit's so cool.
It's interesting. I wish it was Coruscant that they destroyed. They didn't, but I wish it was.
My headcanon is that it is. I tell myself it is Coruscant to make myself feel better.
Okay, alright, we'll say that. So, okay. So, I saw Force Awakens, I think, 2 or 3 days after its initial release in the US in theaters. And this is my first Star Wars experience on the big screen. I've seen all the other movies, but never seen them in theater. So this is my first time seeing it in theaters, and I'm really hyped up, so hyped up. And the Lucasfilm logo goes, and all of a sudden, bah! And right as the Lucasfilm logo, right as the Star Wars logo, the big yellow letters illuminates the screen. All of a sudden. So the theater's so goddamn packed. There's 2 guys that are the seats at the very front of the theater that are so goddamn awful.
Yeah.
It's you have to look at a 90-degree angle.
The
to see
nosebleeds.
Yeah. So 2 guys start fighting in the middle, at the very front, in the nosebleed seats, right at the front. And I'm trying to I'm trying. Luke Skywalker is gone missing. It's like, oh, this is awesome. Wait, and these people are like, hey, get the fuck out of my seat! Get the fuck out!
I was expecting you to say somebody peeked into the theater and screamed Han Solo dies and then turned around and left.
No, I remember right before I left to see the film, I was talking with Turtles, and fucking Turtles had just seen it, and he was this close to telling me about it. I was like, no!
9!
Mm-hmm.
9, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So, like, the first 2 minutes of The Force Awakens, upon my initial viewing, sucked because they're just these dudes like, get the fuck out of my seat, I want to see this kid's movie!
It's not a kid's movie, it's a Star Wars movie.
I think both JJ and George Lucas have been quoted saying that they make the films for children.
This is completely unrelated, but are hot dog sandwiches?
Yes, they are.
No, they're not!
You're a fucking asshole.
Hot dogs are not fucking sandwiches!
Hot dogs have bread, and there's contents in the middle
yes,
of it.
Yes, but the bread is connected. Sandwiches are 2 separate slices of bread.
Ooh. Okay. No, you're right. You're right, Matt. You're right. But hamburgers are sandwiches.
Yes, hamburgers are sandwiches.
Okay, so I'm glad we got that figured out.
Sorry, I had an argument today with someone about that, and it pissed me off. Cause...
No, you're absolutely right. I didn't think about the fact that they're connected. So here's my question. So you got the whole scroll, and people are looking for Luke Skywalker, and they finally found a map on the distant planet of not Tatooine.
Yeah, it's Jakku.
Jakku. It's got 2 Ks.
Jakku, and certainly not Tatooine. I don't know why it couldn't have just been fucking Tatooine.
It was really weird that they didn't. Actually, it would have been a lot weirder if Jakku was spelled with 3 Ks. That'd be kind of weird.
Jakku.
Yeah, see. Here's my question: how it's been about 25, 30 years since Return of the Jedi. How on Earth or how on Naboo did the First Order get this much power this quickly? They should have been like this, little evil startup company, achieved success, and in their goals. The only reason that the Empire had so much power at the beginning of A New Hope is because they were the government. They were the ultimate ruling party in the galaxy. Right now, the ruling party is the New Republic, put in place after the Empire was defeated. So where the hell did the First Order get all these Star Destroyers and this thing that's like 30 times bigger than the Death Star? And it's because this is a completely different organization. It's not the Empire, it's the First Order. It's like, oh, we'll just take the Stormtrooper idea, we'll take the Mouse Droid idea, and we'll take this, and I guess...
Let's look on our good old friend Wikipedia.
Because the Empire went so great for all these people. It really ended up as a success. So they surely wanted to learn from their mistakes. Not. Boo.
Let's see. I'm reading here. Oh God, there's so much here that I just don't give a shit about. There's so much stuff that I really don't give a shit about. Okay, basically, there were a bunch of Imperial leaders, and they formed the Force Order.
The First Order?
The Force Order Awakens. They formed the First Order, and they began a massive militarization effort to produce a technologically superior... I really don't give a shit to any of this. Basically, they got a lot of money, and they hired a lot of people and built a lot of shit.
Would you say... So they got a lot of money. Would you say they got a lot of Starbucks?
Fuck you. Well, I mean, they also had the help of Mace Windu, Supreme Leader Snoke.
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
I'm just kidding. Mace Windu's
twist. Oh man, I didn't think about that. Maybe,
but he's not.
I really hope it is.
Because then we could see Samuel L. Jackson say "motherfucker" again.
Yeah, we could. The final film in the sequel trilogy is going to be rated R. They're going to pull a Deadpool on us.
It's just going to be Samuel L. Jackson in Supreme Leader Snoke makeup saying "motherfucker" over and over again.
Motherfucker, where's my purple lightsaber?
Motherfucker.
Where is my purple lightsaber? What do you need to know?
I need it. Okay, sorry. Anyways,
Alright, so I guess somehow, so they could have a parallel with the Empire. The First Order is now in place, doing everything that the Empire did, just like ever so slightly different. Okay, so I know
The
it's like
end.
112 or whatever, but goddamn, I really, really miss hearing John Williams scores in movies. He used to be everywhere, and now he's just the Star Wars guy. And even then, he didn't even score Rogue One for some reason. He's not dead.
He's 85.
He's doing The Last Jedi, so it's not like, oh yes, Force Awakens is the last one I'm doing. It's like, well, why didn't he do Rogue One?
There was a reasoning for this. I don't.
I know it's a spin-off solo whatever movie, but it's like it's the first, the lost hour and a half of a new.
Didn't Michael Giacchino? Yeah, Michael Giacchino composed it.
Yeah, the Incredibles Doctor Strange guy.
I love Michael Giacchino.
It's pretty sweet. You and Nathan both, yeah.
I know.
So I love when everyone freaks out about a black stormtrooper.
I know.
Because did they see Return of the Jedi? The Empire is destroyed. These First World Order, New Order, whatever people are starting from the ground up, which is why it's so baffling that all of their ships, artillery, armor, interior everything. Holy shit! What was that?
Oh, I sat up in my chair.
Sounded like the entirety of your room collapsed. What the fuck?
I mean, it did, but I also sat up in my chair
When it fell down.
Right.
Okay, that sounded really bad. No, but it just the ships, artillery, armor, interior designs, everything is just copied off of the Empire. There's clearly something that the Empire, like I said earlier, there's something that the Empire did wrong. They aren't around anymore, so why do the exact same thing again?
Yeah, somehow the First Order... God, I keep saying forced. Somehow the First Order had the resources and power and shit to literally turn a planet into a Death Star.
I don't know how the fuck they did that. So,
because literally Starkiller Base is a fucking planet that they just turned into a Death Star.
Yeah, so we go to Jakku, we see little baby BB-8, is kind of looking at these Imperial ships that are approaching the planet, and he goes in this hut, right? And there's this old guy talking to one of our protagonists.
Talking to Apocalypse.
Talking to Apocalypse from X-Men. I always forget that he did that, but that's
Lego Lovers triggered right now.
Oscar Isaac?
Oscar Isaac, yeah.
Oscar
Lego Lovers trigger right now. He's like, you can't mention anything bad about X-Men Apocalypse. That movie's flawless!
I liked it. It wasn't terrible, but
Trash.
it was it wasn't terrible. It was pretty meh. But who exactly is the old guy that Poe Dameron? What is it?
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron. Who is the old man that Poe Dameron is talking to on Jakku?
His name is Lor San Tekka.
I'm sure I could research him, but do I really want to?
I'll research
Oh,
it.
He's
a human male explorer and a member of the Church of the Force.
Oh, the Church of the Classic.
It would have been nice if they would have fucking mentioned that in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Instead of just leaving us to look that shit up on Wikipedia.
They open up the movie with this random character that is never explained. It's explained.
And then Kylo Ren kills him the second he steps on the planet.
It's not, you don't want to look on Wikipedia. No one does.
Yeah, Kylo Ren kills him the second he steps on the planet, so, what the fuck?
So, the dialogue in this film is, it's not great. It's not great. For starters, it feels really out of place that Poe would immediately crack a joke at Kylo Ren. So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
I thought that was funny. I like that.
It's not that it's not funny. It is funny, but I get that he's trying to make the best of a bad situation and all. But I don't know. It doesn't feel right. This is Star Wars, not the Saturday Night Live parody of Star Wars. And aside from the forced comedic bits that are scattered throughout the film, the dialogue is really predictable. When Poe is in the hut getting the USB drive from John Hurt's twin and BB-8 shows up, I immediately thought, we've got company. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what Poe says. We've got company. I guess it's, kind of contradictory to what I just commented on, but it feels kind of lazy. The dialogue is all over the place. Sometimes it's far, it's way, way, way not Star Wars at all. When Finn's got a boyfriend, got a cute boyfriend. What the fuck? This is Star Wars. You're boyfriend? What? And sometimes it feels way too predictably Star Wars, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's all over the place. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's really fucking weird and like, oh.
Speaking of the dialogue, I know this was probably the intention, but Kylo Ren's lines were really hard to understand with that filter they put on his mask.
Yes.
He's like, look how old you've become. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, you know what I've come for. The map to Skywalker. And I'm like, you mind taking those marbles out of your mouth and saying that line again, Kylo Ren?
Like, I get that the mask is like an intimidation thing rather than a respirator, like Vader, but like it's still kind of weird. I don't know. It feels. I will show you the dark side. I'm like, okay. It feels like those people that wear glasses, but they don't have lenses in the glasses. Like, why even fucking bother? It's a fashion statement. Yeah, well, shut up. Kind of dumb.
It's like there's people that wear glasses.
But the glasses.
Fuck those people.
You know what I mean. So,
fuck people that wear glasses.
So Poe.
People that wear glasses can go fucking jump off a cliff.
Poe gets into like a little fight.
There's a really awesome thing. Awesome thing where he shoots a blaster bolt and Kylo Ren's like yeet, and he stops it in midair. It's pretty cool.
I feel like J.J. Abrams has been wanting to do that kind of thing since he was like 5.
Oh, absolutely. He absolutely has.
He just like, wouldn't it be so cool if someone stopped a laser blast? Oh,
and then forgets about it because he's taking fucking Poe away, and then the thing just like leaves, and he's just like, oh. So as he's doing that, little chick comes along called Captain Phasma. Oh my god! What a waste of a character! Jesus Christ!
I cannot wait to see what they do with her. I'm not gonna complain that she wasn't in this for that long because I know they're saving her for other movies. But like, shit, man, this could have been like an evil Mon Mothma or something. But
you know what? Oh my god! I'm realizing now. You know what she should have done?
What?
She should have been the fucking traitor stormtrooper.
She takes off the mask and it's like,
no, she doesn't take off the mask, but she like gets out the electric baton.
Oh, it's me.
No, she doesn't. But like literally, no. That should have been her confronting Finn for being a traitor and battling him because it would have shown that she's a badass.
You mean Phasma should have been it rather than like a cop out? I thought you meant like the traitor thing happens. And then like the stormtrooper is like on the ground bleeding. And it's like, look who I was Captain Phasma all along.
No, it should have been Phasma instead of the random stormtrooper.
She's got like a helmet under her helmet.
No, it should have been Phasma instead of the random stormtrooper.
I get it now. So,
wouldn't that have been so much better than just throwing her down a dumpster?
She could have been like an evil Mon Mothma, or I don't know. There aren't too many other female options to pick from.
Remind me who that is.
In George Lucas's mind, there's only 2 places for women in society: hookers or horny government officials. Either way, that's not what Captain Phasma.
Remind me who Mon Mothma is again.
Mon Mothma is the chick in Return of the Jedi. It's like, oh, we're like the like kind of reddish brown hair.
Oh, the one that says many Bothans died to bring us this information.
The Bothans person. That's her.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's Mon Mothma.
What the fuck even is a Bothan?
A Bothan is they'll make a little film. They'll make a little side film about it.
Bothans were the species credited with stealing information concerning the Death Star. Even fucking Wikipedia knows nothing about what Bothans are. It literally
in the same way that no one knows what Yoda's species is. It's just Yoda's species.
The entire Wikipedia page is they stole the plans for the Death Star, too. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're totally right. The Wikipedia page literally calls it Yoda's species.
It's Yoda's species. It's not an actual...
Stupid.
Yeah, it's not an actual thing. Where is
I forgot there was a prequel girl version of Yoda named Yaddle.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a girl version of Yoda in the prequel. It's called Yaddle.
Is that their explanation for Yoda looking so different in The Phantom Menace?
I don't know.
Okay.
They just decided to put a girl Yoda in.
Is that like in the movie or is it?
Yeah, it's in fucking Phantom Menace. She's got like a girl hair.
That's really weird. Wait, I'm gonna look this up. Girl
Yaddle. Yaddle.
Girl Yoda. Yaddle?
Yeah.
Ew, she... Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't... What the fuck? Yaddle scene.
What a shitty, terrible name. Yaddle.
Yaddle.
Oh,
Is it a deleted scene?
No, it's in It's in Phantom Menace.
What?
Also, pro tip: do not Google Girl Yoda and then go on Google Images.
I did. It wasn't anything gross.
Some pretty weird fucking shit I'm seeing here.
Okay, is she on the Jedi Council too?
Yeah, she's on the Jedi Council.
That's so weird. How have I never heard of her before? This is incredible.
Learning new things on the podcast.
Oh, she even has an action figure.
She does. Of course she does. It's fucking Star Wars. Everyone has an action figure.
Oh, man.
Fucking Stormtrooper numbers 1 through 572 have action figures. Individual action figures.
That's pretty cool. Okay. So, where was that?
Yaddle died. And 26 BBY on Maui, guys.
That makes sense. She sounds like kind of pussy that would fucking do that. Okay, so this big old shootout on the little native town of like Sand People or whatever.
We're also like 2 minutes into the movie.
Not Tatooine, and so, but why the hell does Kylo stop to look at Finn? Like, I get it's to heighten.
Because he's like, "Fuck you, pussy! You didn't fucking kill everyone like I told you to, bitch."
There's like a big shootout, and there's like all these people are moving around, and Finn is running around, and then Kylo just like stops and is like looks over at him, and then keeps going. And it's like, okay, I get that it's to heighten the drama and demonstrate the contrast between our protagonist and the antagonist, but like, dude, there's so many elements of this film that feel really dumb and forced, but the argument is it's Star Wars, just go with it. What the hell does that mean? I hate when people say that. What's the argument, that Star Wars is dumb, that you can't depart from a goofy tone? It's the same thing that Joel Schumacher said when he was directing Batman and Robin. It's Batman, it's just a comic book, lighten up. Star Wars can be so much more. Well, I think
Star Wars is my religion.
Yeah, me too.
Yaddle is my Jesus.
I think that Rogue One took itself a bit too seriously. It was just a fucking war movie. I definitely, it only had 3 or 4 moments when, you have to say, it's Star Wars, just go with it. But that's not a fair argument for anything.
Like the scene where Darth Vader says, "Do not choke on your aspirations, director." That's
kind of dumb, yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
So Finn goes back home, and he
sure does.
He takes his helmet off right in front of the camera so that he can feel...
So we can see John Boyega's sweaty, hot boy face.
Sexy, black face.
God, John Boyega's one of the sweatiest boys I've ever seen in a movie before.
It's pretty sweaty. He's got a crazy... The guy who just fucking... He's always breathing. He's always breathing really loudly. He's got this incredible... thrust.
He's got that hot, sweaty stormtrooper outfit on. He's a sweaty boy.
So he looks like a dude in a stormtrooper costume that's been sitting out in the sun in Disneyland all day.
That's racist.
He's got what? What?
That's racist.
I was talking about...
You can't just judge people's cosplay because of the color of their skin, Vinny.
Okay, so we can feel sympathetic anyway. So that we can feel sympathetic towards a man who's clearly enlisted into the First Order under his own will. Like, again, the First Order isn't the dominant government. They don't have the upper hand when it comes to the control of the galaxy. So what forced Finn into joining? It's not like Luke in A New Hope, where he wanted to become a pilot for the Empire just because that's what you did. That's what people in society had to do. They ruled over everyone. There's nothing else you can do with your life. Either you join the Empire or you become their target.
No, you can't say the First Order. You're pronouncing it wrong. It's the First Order.
The First Order?
Order.
Well, they copy their interior decorating right down to the fucking mouse droids. Why? It baffles. Why every little thing it just has to look just like A New Hope? Why? You couldn't do something... See, there's a difference between straying so far in the wrong direction, like Phantom Menace, which looks nothing like a Star Wars movie, or staying exactly the way like you look at an interior scene from Return of the Jedi. It doesn't look like A New Hope. It looks a little nicer, a little more pristine, and less like a cardboard set. This one goes back to the weird cardboard set mentality. It's like, but why? Why do that? You calling Milk Tanker?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about The Force Awakens.
Oh my god.
Keep talking.
No, because he's gonna answer.
Hello?
Hey, what do you think about Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Sup, milk tanker?
Sorry, what?
What do you think about Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
I have seen the Star Wars. Are you on the podcast?
Yeah.
Hi, Vinny.
Hey, what's up, man?
What do you think about The Force Awakens?
What do I think about The Force Awakens? I enjoyed it, I guess. It was actually the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters.
Wait, seriously? Oh, in theaters. Okay, good.
In theaters, yeah, in theaters. I wasn't like a huge Star Wars fan growing up. I really only saw like the other movies like just a couple years ago, like early high school or late middle school or something.
I have absolutely no idea what he's saying.
You thought it was enjoyable? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to know what you thought about The Force
Okay, bye. Go
Awakens.
fuck yourself. Bye.
Okay.
Love you.
I hate you.
Bye.
Was he underwater?
It sounded like he was drowning.
It sounded like he was underwater and someone just shoved a phone in the water.
Sound like he was in the middle of like a terrible waterboarding.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Betty.
So
basically what Milk Tanker Media said is he thought it was enjoyable. That was translating that into English. That's what he said.
right, because I didn't understand a single word of what he said.
He said he thought it was enjoyable and it was the first Star Wars movie he ever saw in theaters.
Cool. Anyways, I know it's 2015 and all the
And gay is okay.
all the cool kids are using CGI, but like, come on, this is Star Wars. Why couldn't one of those big old Star Destroyers have been models? Like, really, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, why couldn't they have really built a giant 90-foot Star Destroyer, you know?
What? It's a model. Model.
No, they need to go all out. They need to really build a Star Destroyer. I want them to really build a giant spaceship and then crash it into the desert.
Not what I was going for.
I know that's not what I was going for.
I'm talking about the Star Destroyer, like, in the sky.
Call me Matt the Train fan. These movies need to be as realistic as possible. Any rendering errors are... they just grind my gears. They just grease my oil.
Yeah, really. So, but like, I don't have a problem. They don't have a problem using practical creatures and prosthetics, obviously. So why couldn't they have made some insane, like, I don't know, 9 foot by 15 foot, giant ass spaceship on a blue screen? The models in the original trilogy still look real for the most part, other than the AT-AT walkers, the AT-AT walkers, still a little funky looking. But other than that,
also other than that scene where they're flying in the cavern and then like the penis monster comes up out of the ground to try and eat them, and they fly away
that
from
just
it.
looks like a little Muppet Show segment.
Yeah, it's a hand puppet.
Yeah, but other than that, and a few, in Empire, when the Falcon is like, going through the asteroid field, that looks real to me. That still looks.
Or in the Phantom Menace, where they're underwater in the submarine and they're avoiding all the sea monsters, that looks real to me.
Yeah, those are real good model work, great model. But okay, so like I said, I know the models in the original trilogy, they still hold up. It doesn't hold up? The CG in the prequels. And to be fair, the CG in this film doesn't look bad. It just all looks the same. Very standard, very real, very good, but still yet very plastic. All these films have great visual effects, but, like all these modern day films, but that in itself isn't a great thing. I'm sure ILM would love to cook up some more models for Star Wars. You've got to give the right people the right amount of money, and it's a win-win situation, because then you have the aesthetic of Star Wars back, but when you don't, it just looks really dumb, and yep, that's a CGI Star Destroyer. It looks like fucking the end of Revenge of the Sith all over again.
Even the CGI on, like, the people was a little off, too. Like, the CGI on Simon Pegg's character was pretty good. Simon Pegg's character, the one who's like, this is worth 4 portions.
I thought that was makeup.
Oh, was it makeup?
I don't think it was motion capture.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was pretty good.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
The CGI on Snoke was pretty... It was kind of dodgy. But then again, maybe that was supposed to be that way because because he was a hologram the whole time.
Because he's Andy Serkis.
He's Andy's circus of fun.
So,
I love circuses.
So Finn and Poe are doing some shit, and we cut to not Tatooine again.
100 portions.
So Rey come across this chick in the desert named Rey, and Rey is just a really, really good character. I know she's just like, she's just
No,
like
she's a Mary Sue.
she's just like Luke, a poor desert dweller without her parents, living in squalor. But I feel like she.
Oh wow, it was makeup. You're right.
No, but I feel like she's what holds this film together. Finn isn't bad exactly. He's clearly having a lot of fun through the story, and there are scenes where it's like, yeah, that's go John Boyega is really good, but it just feels like he's kind of there. He does what the script tells him, and he's good. But Rey is what, Rey takes what might have been a slightly underwritten character and amps it up to fucking 11. Like, Daisy Ridley needs more roles. I haven't seen her in anything else other than Star Wars. Fucking Felicity Jones, the chick in Rogue One. I've seen her in a lot of other things, and it's like, she sucks everywhere. Why is she getting roles? She wasn't good at...
really? You don't like Felicity Jones?
I do not like Felicity Jones, but fucking Daisy Ridley needs more stuff because she puts every ounce of oomph.
What do you mean you didn't like that line she gives? I'm a rebel, aren't I? It's what I do. I rebel. You didn't like that?
That wasn't even in the movie.
Yeah, you're right. She's not a very good actress. She is very pretty though.
Apart
from the buck teeth.
Yeah, she's got these little Bugs Bunny teeth. I'm not like fucking Garth.
Miss Jones, we know you listen to this podcast. We know you're a very big fan of the podcast, so I apologize, but
I'm not like Garth in Wayne's World where it's like, did you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he put on makeup and pretended to be a girl? Have you never seen?
She probably gives
Wayne's World.
I have seen Wayne's World.
Good.
She probably gives blowjobs that hurt.
That's really not what I was thinking. Okay, let's move on. So, okay, that's she'll never, like, Daisy Ridley's never gonna really be able to escape her Star Wars legacy, unlike Felicity Jones, who no one is going to remember. Hell, I don't even remember her other than how awful she was in Rogue One. But Daisy needs more gigs.
Hold on. I mean, she wasn't terrible. She was she wasn't great, but did Felicity Jones did Felicity Jones run over your dog with her car or something?
She's not a good actress, and it didn't help that the script sucked for her role too.
Okay.
I don't.
My favorite actor in this
really
movie was
boring
Daniel Craig.
Protagonist.
My favorite actor in The Force Awakens was Daniel Craig.
I'm talking about Rogue One.
I know, but in The Force, I'm just saying my favorite actor in The Force Awakens.
It's Daniel Craig, who's the stormtrooper that lets Rey go. I know.
And he's like, and drop your weapon, and he's like, and drop.
Well, because Daisy fucking needs more rigs, and she needs rigs. Get rigs. I don't know.
Riggs and Murtaugh
gigs,
for Lethal Weapon.
And she needs more acting jobs, and she needs them fast. Because Harrison Ford went on to do incredible things, but Mark Hamill played the Joker in a cult classic cartoon show, and that's really about it. He did Kingsman, but that's
Dad Hamill. God, I can't wait for Kingsman 2. Oh my god.
But I'm like, he didn't do much after Star Wars, and I hope the same doesn't happen to Rey, because she puts 110% into every line delivery and every little nuance. She's an incredible actress. Unlike Felicity Jones, because
she looks like she's having so much fun. Like when she first fixes the Falcon and she just holds up the piece to Han Solo with a giant smile on her face. She just looks like she's having so much fun.
So into it, and Felicity Jones is just sad and depressed.
Okay, we get it. You don't like Felicity Jones. Chill the fuck out. Goddamn.
I don't like her.
I do, however, kind of low-key hate that that Jin, or not Jin, fuck, god damn it, you gotta think about Felicity Jones, that Rey knows how to fix the Falcon better than Han Solo. I'm like, Jesus fuck, come on, really?
That's what's funny about it, though.
It's fucking dumb. I don't like that.
Okay. So, here's the thing. Did we really, we did talk about this a bit, but did we really need yet another desert planet to spend the first third of the film on? Jakku has little to no discernible difference from Tatooine.
So it literally should have just been Tatooine.
So if you must have a desert, why not just shoot it in the same houses in Tanzania? Maybe they could have changed since the fall of the Empire. Maybe we can see their neighborhood.
God, can you imagine how hard it must have been for John Boyega in that fucking entire stormtrooper costume, shooting in the middle of like the Sahara Desert? God, that would have been fucking awful.
Well, we could see how the little dome houses in Tanzania and on Tatooine have changed since the fall of the Empire. Maybe their neighborhood has prospered and it's come, far more domesticated, like space suburbia or something. There's so much you can do, and I'm not sure that making some weird blander version of Tatooine, as we established, is, you know, it's totally different from Tatooine. Does that make it any better? Did they do anything interesting with it? Not really.
Now we know why John Boyega was such a hot, sweaty boy.
That's a really weird sentence.
Hot, sweaty boy is the most recent thing on our Google search history.
Okay. So, does it hurt when Rey removes BB-8's antenna? Is that like an appendage? He clearly doesn't have any others, so aside from his little lighter thumb.
Yeah, he gives Finn the thumbs up.
But like, we'll get there later. But like, does it hurt when she like just plucks it out? Is that like his is that like his little like Jimmy Neutron hair?
Hashtag robot lives matter, dude.
Exactly. So Poe is being interrogated by Kylo Ren with little, you know, his patented torture chamber. And I'm not gonna lie, you were talking about how you didn't really understand Kylo Ren's voice. I kind of like his voice better than Darth Vader's voice. There's something about it that's
really
kind of interesting to me. It's really threatening. Although Vader used, like I said, Vader used his because he died without his breathing apparatus, and Kylo just has it because his grandpa did. It's kind of a, like I said, the glasses thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the First Order. Oh fuck. The First
Order.
Okay, you have to remind me. The First Order. Do it. The First Order wants to get a BB unit so that they can retrieve the map inside. It's actually a smaller piece of a bigger map that leads to the supposed destination of the final Jedi in existence.
The last Jedi, you might say.
And when they finally kill him, they'll have total control because they
don't already have complete control over the galaxy.
Because no, they won't. The Jedi haven't had any significance since the execution of Order 66, like fucking 50 years ago. This group of Empire plagiarists have an organically platformed Death Star, not a moon, a goddamn planet. So what good will come from killing this hermit that isn't bothering or affecting anyone whatsoever on some weird, you know, rocky ocean planet? If they've got this much control over the government that's already been established, then what's stopping them from destroying everything? If their sole mission is to finish what the Empire started by duplicating their strategies down to the fucking wall paneling, why not just do what needs to be done? Why not just, you know, destroy what is stopping? Why is the entire MacGuffin of this movie we got to find Luke Skywalker, we got to kill this one guy that's not bothering or affecting anything?
Well, Luke was Kylo Ren's teacher. Maybe maybe give him a bad grade one time.
You're dumb, Matt. You're really dumb.
What?
You're a dumb boy.
He was Kylo Ren's teacher.
You're a dumb boy.
He was Kylo Ren's teacher.
Okay.
He was Kylo Ren's teacher.
He's Kylo Ren's teacher.
He was Kylo Ren's teacher.
Kylo Ren's t-shirt.
I was Kylo Ren's t-shirt one time.
What the fuck does that mean?
T-shirt is my favorite song by the Migos.
So, I don't really care if he's cute and merchandisable. I would have sold BB-8 to the big latex Simon Pegg monstrosity in an instant. No question about it. I just met this little thing. He's a pile of metal. He's nothing. 60.
Plus, he's worth 100 portions.
60 portions.
60 portions.
60 portions are worth so much more than anything this droid has to offer. She doesn't know about the map inside, and if she can't scavenge for food, which I find hard to believe considering the variety of creatures we've seen on this planet thus far, this little bitch should be scrap. I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest fan of BB-8. He's alright. I don't hate him, but you know, you might have predicted he's just there. He's fine. Rey should have given him away. I don't believe that they had a bond. That seems kind of forced and weird script thing.
Oh, there was a scene where Chewbacca rips off Simon Pegg's arm.
Really?
The actor Simon Pegg, as a matter of fact.
That's fun.
Not the character he plays, the actor. He rips off his arm. Interesting.
So Simon Pegg is an actor in the Star Wars universe?
He is. And he also coincidentally has the same voice as Portions guy.
Cool. So Foe and Pin.
Man, I love Foe. It's my favorite type of food.
Poe and Finn escape in their stolen TIE fighter. I love the way that Finn is portrayed as this clumsy, nervous wreck. I don't know how he would have gotten this far before realizing that being a bad guy is, shocker, a bad thing.
He realized that they were the bad guys.
But it's entertaining to see a stormtrooper that really has no idea what the hell he's doing. We've never seen that before. All the stormtroopers are like kind of clumsy, but this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So, holy fucking shit! There's a mouse droid in like every other shot. What is the purpose they could possibly have?
You're really on about these mouse droids, aren't you?
It pisses me off that they're everywhere, and it's been like 30 years, and they haven't changed designs or anything. That's like if you went to like the Pentagon and they had the most up-to-date late 70s fax machines everywhere. Why?
Good, that's a good comparison. Yeah, but the thing is, fax machines aren't adorable and don't go beep 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 and almost get run over by Chewbacca.
So, no, but I do love the way that the TIE Fighter is like still hooked up to its little charger thing. It looks like a child trying to struggle and break free from its leash backpack. It's really funny.
Yeah, those are really weird. The people that fucking leash up their kids.
I love seeing those in public. They're so funny.
Were you on a leash when you were a kid?
I was unleashed. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
I wasn't leashed. However, I was chained up to the wall and I wasn't able to move.
The ball gag in your mouth.
My parents hit me a lot.
Parents certainly loved you, Matt.
In fact, I still have a ball gag in my mouth. I'm using a text-to-speech program right now.
That explains a lot. So, I hate General Hux. General Hux is the most over-dramatized character I've ever seen. I cannot take him seriously in every scene. He's so poorly written and so poorly acted. It's fucking ridiculous. There's overacting.
I mean, you can stop talking about turtles now and start talking about General Hux.
Poorly acted and written?
Yeah. A little joke.
Well, Turtles and I will talk about that when we take over.
Yeah, make sure you come up with some dank insults for me too for the episodes. I'll be sure to not listen to them.
Yeah. So General Hux, he's no Tarkin. He is no Tarkin. He's really annoying. I don't like him. So, but the fight, to go on top of the fight between Poe and Finn, I said it again.
Got him.
Poe and Finn's TIE Fighter and the First Order ships. It's just fucking fun. It's fast.
It's so cool.
But it doesn't make you carsick. It's entertaining, but it's not too goofy. The timing of the music, the editing, the banter, the classic sound
And
effects.
we see the first that we know of gay characters in the Star Wars universe.
Not confirmed, but okay.
I ship it.
Yeah, well, we were also talking about how it was probably Samuel L. Jackson. So
I ship Poe and Pin.
all right. So the TIE Fighter crashes onto.
And then it sinks into the sand and blows up for some reason.
There must be some sort of weird timer thing. That's what I'm guessing. But the TIE Fighter is completely engulfed in a quicksand, I guess, and
yeah,
Finn,
sure. It's a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I guess. Again, not Tatooine. How fun?
Right, all right. Of course, it can't be a Sarlacc pit.
If
that would have been so much fucking better if they would have landed in a fucking Sarlacc pit.
You're interrupting me every goddamn second, Matthew.
Sorry.
It's really, really annoying.
Sorry.
Anyways, so General Hux says that they do, in fact, use a clone army, which means that Finn's turn to the good side is actually even stranger, given their setup. And it's only been 30 years since the fall of the Empire, and the First Order has only been in place for 10, 15 or so, which means that Finn has some kind of weird accelerated growth pattern built into him, like aging faster than the normal human. Like,
wait, they use a clone army?
He said in the movie that they use a clone army and that these soldiers are being trained from birth. And the First Order's only been around for like 15 years, and I'd say that Finn is like 30 years old, like 20, 25, 30 years old. So like he has some weird accelerated growth rate thing or something going on.
I'm looking this up here.
There's no way that Finn is like a 12-year-old. I doubt it.
I'm looking this up to see if they were actually clones or not, because I don't think they were.
They said it in the movie.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
All it says here is that they were trained since birth.
He says in the movie, clone army.
Okay. I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it.
It took me like 7 hours to get to this movie because I was taking notes, so I know for a fact I wrote that down right after I heard them say it in the movie, so it happened.
Yeah, but Daniel Craig doesn't sound the same as John Boyega, so there, got
Me. So, but
no, he says perhaps leader. Okay, here's Kylo Ren says, "How capable are your soldiers, General?" General Hux says, "I won't have you question my methods." Kylo Ren says, "They're obviously skilled at committing high treason. Perhaps Leader Snoke should consider using a clone army."
oh,
By the way, that's a great line. They're obviously skilled at committing high treason. I like that line.
okay. But there's actually very little to pick apart for the next 10 minutes. Finn is on Jakku, and he drinks from a large pig trough, showcasing yet another fantastic animatronic. And through a misunderstanding relating to his stolen jacket, he gets stuck with Rey and BB-8. Strong performances from both actors really tie everything together, truly demonstrating where the prequels went wrong in terms of characterization.
He keeps talking about how big of a deal he is.
Yeah,
in the Resistance.
But I swear to God, when BB-8 hits the floor inside of the Falcon, they use a basketball sound effect.
Bung.
It's really, really amusing to me. So the First Order attacks again on, and they find the Falcon, and they get inside, and BB-8 basketballs around, and it's really an effective transition when Kylo asks the officer, "What girl?" And they cut to Rey on the Falcon. Like, what did the guy actually answer him with? Like, no one knows anything about Rey. Hell, the audience doesn't even know her name until they successfully get rid of the TIE fighters. We don't know this person's name. If you didn't look at toys or find out online what the character's name was, you wouldn't know up until the 30-minute mark in the movie what her name was. So how do they know who this person is?
I like to imagine when Kylo Ren asks him what girl, the soldier just goes, "I don't fucking know," and he just leaves.
So Rey can understand BB-8. Finn can't. Han.
Poe can.
Oh my God! Stop interrupting me! Jesus Christ, Matt.
What?
You finished my fucking sentence. Rey can understand BB-8. Finn can't. Han can understand Chewie. Finn can't. If these soldiers are so goddamn efficient, they certainly haven't been linguistically traversed yet. There's my. Now finish say what you're gonna fucking say, Matt. God fucking damn it.
Poe can understand BB-8.
Because he's not a soldier grown in a test tube.
Except they're not clones.
I didn't say they were.
You did.
You saying that test tube babies are clones?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I don't really see Han Solo in this film. I just see Harrison. Stop interrupting me! Oh my God!
I said one word.
Stop!
I agreed with you.
Jesus Christ! I don't see Harrison. Can I talk? Am I allowed to talk?
Yes.
Am I fucking allowed to talk now, Matt?
No.
I just see Harrison Ford dressed up in a little Halloween costume saying witty dialogue. I know he's having fun, and it's fun to watch him, but at the same time, he really doesn't seem to give a shit. Had they not killed off his character in this film, I guaranteed he would not have accepted the role because he's not much of a Star Wars fan in the first place. It's just a role that he did 30 years ago that people won't shut up about to him. And honestly, it's yeah, all right, he's good. It's not bad, but it's just he's just kind of there. And okay, now Harrison, just kind of stand on the screen and pretend that you're getting stabbed. Okay. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh no. Okay, Matt, you could say something.
Can I talk now? Am I allowed to speak now?
Well, your house just fell over again, so.
Are you finished?
Yeah. God. So loud.
My microphone actually just fell over. Whoops.
So loud.
I just have a squeaky chair. That's it.
Okay, so is there a space Scotland or something? Because if not, then where does Han's smuggler partner come from exactly?
Which one?
You're a dead man, Solo.
Yeah, that. Are you talking about the scene with the squids, the space squids?
Raptors?
Whatever they're called, yeah.
Called raptors or rapers or something.
Yeah, that's a pretty...
Raptors?
Yes. That's a pretty dumbass scene. It's pretty unnecessary.
It's fun. I don't know.
We could have lost that entire scene and the movie would not have...
Okay, so no, but we were talking about this earlier. How the hell does Rey know how to get through every single goddamn mechanical challenge that she's faced with? All she does is break off pieces of machinery in order to gather her portions in this weird little self-sustaining food economy set in place by the freaks on Tatooine, on Jakku. Jesus Christ. There's very little that we know about her that would let us know that she could pilot the Falcon so incredibly well just by sitting in the captain's chair with no prior experience. It's her unexplained MacGyver eccentricities are a little bit too much for me just to shrug off as, it's Star Wars, go with it, me.
Yeah, Max Landis wasn't entirely wrong when he said she was a Mary Sue. His argument is flawed, but she definitely is too good at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk while Vinny takes a bite of something.
It's good. I'm eating one of those Reese's peanut butter bunnies.
Those are good.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, no. Did you heard about what Max Landis, what he was talking about, right?
Nope.
Okay, so Max Landis, screenwriter, son of John Landis, he writes pretty good movies. He said like right after The Force Awakens came out, he said he didn't like it because he said Rey was too good at everything, that she faces no challenges in the movie, and she's basically a Mary Sue.
But she's likable. That's the thing. There's not a scene where it's like, oh, I hate this dumb bitch. She's really likable, and you want to see her get through the struggles throughout the film. It's just the fact that it's, yeah, okay, she just knows how to do everything. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Okay, whatever.
Side note: I just googled Mary Sue. People also search for Rey, Hermione, Bella Swan, Slender Man, and Kylo Ren.
Slender Man?
Slender Man's a Mary Sue, you guys.
Slender Man's a Mary Sue. So, but this film, regardless of whether or not they actually did anything to, like, add anything to the plot, it has a fantastic variety of exciting set pieces. There's a fight against the Jakku stormtroopers. There's a fight against the First Order. There's a fight against the TIE fighters and the Fallen Star Destroyer. There's a fight against the Raptors things. This film has a fantastic pace that really calls back to the original trilogy in that sense of, first we go here, then we go there, then we got to do this and talk to these guys, and again, run into stormtroopers, we got to fight them off, and we go here and to get the thing from the guy to save the day. The timing of these scenes, as well as the necessary exposition, is handled perfectly. There's hardly a dull moment to speak of. Now I'm going to bung.
Yes, I agree. The dialogue in this movie... well, I mean, the dialogue is kind of crappy.
The pacing is fun. The ideas are fun. The dialogue is just, sometimes it's really interesting and sometimes it's really awful.
Yep, that's you said it basically.
All right. So, Snoke. I know we won't find out much about him. Find out much about it. That sounds...
You just went Canadian there. Find out much about him.
I know. Wait, that sounds weird. Find out much about him. That sounds weird.
Find much about him out.
That sounds much worse. We won't get to learn about him very much for a while, but like I said, he's pretty dumb looking. They could have done anything with this Palpatine character, but like, this really scarred Gollum? Is that the best they could have come up with? He looks faker. He looks faker than the unrendered Rogue One Carrie Fisher.
Do you think he's actually super tall, or do you think that just the hologram of him is super tall?
I hope he's like this little mouse character.
Yeah, he's like 2 feet tall.
I really hope he's like the Godfather mouse in Zootopia.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad, I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. I'm Snoke, here I am. Oh.
Supreme leader, everybody.
Alright, but once again, oh my god, you're typing so loud.
I'm sorry.
Type out what you're gonna type and then be done.
I did. I finished typing.
Alright, so once again, the strong characterization that is given to nearly pretty much every character throughout the film is what ties it all together. each one of our leads has a defined motivation, and you know exactly what their goal is in every scene. It's an inconsistent spectrum of coexisting elements that sometimes work fantastically and other times feels really awkward, underdeveloped, and out of place, which I suppose goes hand in hand with the studio mentality of everything. They just gotta set up more sequels, don't they? We're not going to establish Phasma. We're not going to establish Snoke. We're not going to establish Poe very well. Just, we'll do another movie. Like I said, sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it's just, fuck it. Nah, we'll do it, and the movie come out in 6 years. People will be fine.
Yeah, why do that when we could set up a sequel?
Exactly. So it's inconsistent with how it operates, the whole spectrum of characterization.
And eating break.
Okay.
And we're back to discussing.
So we learned that Luke left after an attempt to make a Jedi preschool. Kylo speaks to the melted husk of what was once Anakin's helmet. I have no idea what he was doing on the forest moon of Endor, but I feel like that would have been a lot more visually compelling than what we're getting right now. Like,
imagine. Sorry, go ahead.
What if the movie literally started with like a tribe of Ewoks getting blasted by First Order people, and they're like, they found like the place where they burnt Darth Vader's corpse, and they found his mask, and then that's how the movie starts.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Like, imagine the movie opening with Kylo Ren digging through the dirt and finding Darth Vader's bones.
But like they gotta like kill all these Ewoks, and they gotta start out with like all these like little furry ninja people, and like bam, bam, bam. It's like, but they put up a good fight. That would have been so cool. And then like
I got nothing. You said what I was thinking.
All right, so the film wait, is that what it? Yeah. The film adapts certain elements from the original trilogy fantastically, and others really poorly. Like, did we really need yet another cantina, another Death Star, another Tarkin? All of these elements are done fantastically. All of the elements that are done fantastically fit well into the world that was established by A New Hope. And other ones are completely lazy and pointless when shoehorned into this film. It has a completely different style, tone, and writing style. It's different. There's so many different things. The idea of a Death Star doesn't really work in the context of this because it's 30 years later and we've moved on and they're doing other things. And then why go back to the weird death planet idea again? And why go back to those fucking mouse droids? I'm not gonna get over that. Why?
They made money.
Okay, so they're at this weird, dumb cantina that's the exact same fucking thing as Mos Eisley, whatever. And but I gotta say, I don't know what Maz Kanata Mon Mothma. I love
yes, that's who it is.
Little orange Mon Mothma. So, but I really love Maz Kanata as a character, like so fucking much. She's like if Yoda was chill and wore Snoopy's like flying ace goggles over her large anus eyeballs. I don't know how she communicates with. I read that wrong. She knows how to communicate with every character in a way that they would best understand, and it's really compelling to watch. So Chewie's girlfriend is A-okay in my book.
Her voice is weirdly young. She's voiced by Lupita Nyong'o. She's supposed to be super old, but her voice is super young.
Well, yeah, she's voiced by like a 20, 30-something-year-old. So, I don't know.
Yes, but I mean, they should have hired someone.
They could have got some really short, like agile old black lady or something.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You're fucking weird, Matt.
I love agile old black ladies.
Put that on a t-shirt. I want to see you memers out there. Can you make a little t-shirt with Matt and an old black lady? Thank you. That's my second result in my search history. First is hot, sweaty boys. Second is agile old black ladies. Okay, so I know that there's a certain emotional connection between Rey and Finn, but you have to remember that they just met like today, like 3 hours ago. They clearly have a strong bond to one another, but I don't necessarily think that Finn's choice would be too much of an emotional one. You'd be like, oh, well, that sucks. He's not even a resistance fighter in the first place, so he wouldn't be much used to us anyways. Oh well. you just move on with Han and Chewie and deliver the map to Leia. Why is it, I gotta go, I gotta live my own path, I gotta do my own thing? It's like, do you though? Is it, it's not like a, oh, goodbye, it's a, well, he was a nice guy, see ya. You met him like 2 hours ago. Rey wouldn't really have like a, oh, this is such a big breakup between the main characters. Ugh. It's weird.
Sorry, I hope you didn't try to say anything to me in the past, like, 15 seconds.
I didn't really notice you were gone, but okay.
I figured you could just talk over, talk.
So,
those 15 seconds. I got thirsty.
Okay, me too. Well, you're always thirsty. But so Rey goes into like the deep, dark dungeon and finds Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber.
Somehow.
And whatever. Rey picks it up, and her Force premonition is easily one of the best sequences in the film, which is saying a lot. There's a lot of good scenes. I don't know why, but hearing Alec Guinness say Rey is just weird. Like, at what...
Rey!
At what point would Obi-Wan know of the character's existence? Is that him calling out from beyond the grave, or is it a flashback? Because he died before she was born, so how does that connect? Either way, we get
Force
it.
Ghost.
Either way, we get a glimpse of plot points that will be integral later on in the franchise, just as the First Order tests their Death Star. Star Killer Base. Whatever, it's utterly pointless. It's fucking pointless to the main story, and it really just should have been saved for the final part of the trilogy, if even that. Thus far, we've got a film about blowing up the completed Death Star, a film about blowing up an incomplete Death Star, a prequel film about retreat. I can't talk. Let's start again. We've got a film about blowing up a completed Death Star. We've got a film about blowing up an incomplete Death Star. A prequel about retrieving plans so they can blow up the first Death Star. And now our fourth film involving a natural Death Star, which is visually compelling despite the lack of setup. There's so many other cool things they have to do in this universe. And I really hope they utilize them in the future, because they're really putting all of their eggs in one basket here. They're doing fucking first new whatever hope all over again. Here we go. The first hope, new hope, first order, whatever.
It does look cool though, even though it makes absolutely no sense. It looks
cool, but I wish they could have saved it. If they had to do a Death Star ripoff, they should have made it a big reveal at like halfway through the last film in the trilogy, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels out of place. But
you're right.
So they're testing out this Starkiller base, and after the not Coruscant planet is destroyed, Finn is about to abandon his friends, and when suddenly the First Order arrives to retrieve the map. What follows is yet another fantastic set piece featuring TIE fighters, stormtroopers, and an utterly fucking fantastic reveal for the fleet of X-Wings soaring over the adjacent lake. This scene is so fun. Once again, the Resistance fighters, backed by the New Republic, trample both the ground troops and the TIE fighters. Kylo finds Rey in the woods after she runs from Anakin's lightsaber. They use the Force to knock her out. He takes her under the impression that she's somehow memorized every inch of the map, rather than just taking the BB unit that's right next to him that actually has the real map inside of it that they were looking for like the entire movie. So why did he take Rey and not the robot that was right there in the scene?
Because we needed to move the plot forward.
But BB-8 would have moved the plot forward, because he's like a character and he has the stuff, and we've established his personality and his connection to the other protagonists. So
it's like that line in Deadpool. Hey, see that guy in the booth over there? You might want to go talk to him. I think he'll advance the plot.
Okay, but anywho, Kylo escapes with Rey, and what's left of our heroes regroup in the rubble of Maz Kanata's Cantina Temple
Maz
Kantina's Katana Temple to witness General Organa's ship landing. We get an over-dramatized husk of C-3PO interrupting what should be an emotional scene between ex-lovers, but it really ends up looking like two lost senior citizens surrounded by weirdos in costumes. It definitely falls flat, as does the next scene after that, which once again is an exact clone of all the rebel orientation scenes from the previous movies. So, well, here's the Death Star. This is the bigger Death Star. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. And so R2-D2, we go to the rebel base, and R2-D2 is dormant because of all the super awesome, interesting stuff that happened between this film and the last that we don't get to see for some fucking reason that this movie should have been about, but it wasn't. If any point they run out of standalone movies to make, this story would be so interesting to look at.
Rogue 2.
It would only need to be a single film. It wouldn't need to be its own trilogy, just its own single movie to show Kylo's birth and when he discovered by Snoke, give him his Chinese knockoff Vader mask. Through that, we could see how Leia and Han's relationship fell apart, how Luke changed from a young rebel leader to a depressing hermit to create a stronger blend between the two franchises, because as it is, it feels an awful lot like Luke and The Last Jedi trailer further perpetuates the idea in my mind. It's just kind of lame. Mark Hamill himself said that he was disappointed in the way they took his character for the 8th installment, so I'm not sure what they've been doing has been completely positive in effect.
Wait, he said that, really?
Yeah, he said that when he read the script, he kept waiting for Luke to come in, and he was really not very happy with how the script for Last Jedi turned out.
Damn, that doesn't inspire a lot of hope.
No, it's not A New Hope. It's not.
Where is this? Where's this interview? I'm gonna read this while you continue talking.
There's a bunch of videos on YouTube about like Mark Hamill talks shit about the new Star Wars movies or something.
Oh, good.
So it's a video. You can watch it later. But let's see. Kylo interrogates Rey in an unintentionally hilarious scene where the two just kind of stare at each other's constipated faces for well over a minute. The editing...
And he just holds up his hand?
You know, they're just really, really close-up, sweaty faces. The editing is really unnatural, and it forces Rey's tear to disappear and then reappear again within 20 seconds. They cut to her close-up, and she's, like, crying. And they cut to, sort of a two-shot, and she's not crying anymore. And then they go back to a close-up, and she's crying again. It's really weird. Eventually, though, her will is too strong, and Kylo runs to his parents' bedroom to complain about how annoying his sister is being. While that happens, Rey uses an Obi-Wan mind trick to force Daniel Craig's stormtrooper into letting her go, through really no explanation at all. Once again, she never knew Obi-Wan, she barely's even heard of Luke. There's a quick little line of exposition explaining where she got this from. If there was a quick little line of explanation telling the audience where she got this from, the audience will be 100 times more aware of the events occurring on screen and why they're happening in the first place. You should be aware of what's going on and not feel fucking confused during the whole time. But as an audience member, I kind of felt a little confused because she never knew these characters. So why would she know to do this or anything? Jedi mind tricks, she barely even knew what a Jedi was. Oh, there's Luke Skywalker? I thought he was a myth, blah, blah, blah. Which is kind of weird, because that's like if you and I were talking about, like, wait, Back to the Future, that movie from 1985, I thought that was a myth. It's like 30 years ago. It's not ancient history. It wasn't that weird. So
speaking of Jedi mind tricks, I'm going to mind trick you into thinking that we're not going to end the episode here and make a part 2. This is the one episode you're looking for.
This is the episode you're looking for, so come back for part 2 to see the part 2 of our episode, part 2. Yeah.
Insert Cantina theme here. Da, 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 da. Okay.